Violence against women is real. Learning how to protect yourself is important. Tonight you will hear from Kay, a woman who was brutally beaten in broad daylight in her office at the Sparks Marina. You will also hear from Amanda, who was raped in the parking lot at UNR by James Bila. James was a serial rapist, and he was convicted for killing Breonna Dennison. After hearing from these women, the importance of safety became very clear for me.
I was at work October 29th of last year, getting ready to leave the office for the day, walking out the door, when I saw a gentleman slither. I use the word slither because he came from the side. And I opened the door. He asked if he could use our phone, and he needed to call his wife. I stepped outside on the sidewalk. He stepped in, turned around facing me, sat on top of the desk, dialed a phone number, and proceeded to carry on a conversation. At the time, I didn't realize he was not talking to anyone. I couldn't get him to hang up the phone. I kept telling him I had to leave, I had to leave, I had an appointment, and he wouldn't hang up the phone. He finally hung the phone up, stepped towards me, pulled me back into the office, and I remember seeing his hand shut the door, and I remember saying, "Oh my God, no." And he said, "I'm gonna kill you." And the beating and the fight of my life really began at that moment. I had a couple of moments where I thought I wasn't gonna make it through. I wasn't gonna be strong enough.
I was in my 4th year studying at the University of Nevada, Reno. And I parked in the parking garage right where my class was being held just because it was seemingly safer to have to walk there at night instead of to off-campus parking in the middle of the night. And so I kind of surveyed the area, which wasn't abnormal for me to do. And seeing no visible threat between me and my vehicle, I wished the group a good week, and I said goodbye. And what I didn't see was a man who was hunched behind a wheel well of a truck between that truck and a sedan. And as I passed him, he grabbed me from behind, forced me to the ground, placed a pistol to my temple, and then he clicked the safety off. And then he began to brutally rape me. I was attacked on the same floor where the university police department parks their cruisers, and I was less than 50 feet away from their office. I was terrified. I didn't know. I realized as the safety was clicked off that my life was hanging in the thread of a trigger pull. And when I looked across the way and I saw the cruisers parked so neatly in a line, I knew that the offices had closed, and I knew that no one was coming for me. And I wondered if this was how I was going to spend the last moments of my life.
Vicki is the owner of the Women's Shooting Academy, as well as the Women's Safety Academy, and she has worked with both Kay and Amanda. Her goal is to teach women safety at whatever level they are comfortable with. If you want to own a gun, you need great training. If you don't want to own a gun, you need other ways to protect yourself against violence.
So talk to us about the different types of things that you can help women with where their safety is involved.
One of the things I like to do is I like women to understand that their safety, their security is 100% in their control. And I do that through the Women's Shooting Academy and through the Women's Safety Academy. And I do that through offering a variety of classes, both lethal and non-lethal, so that she cannot say to me, well, that doesn't work for me. Mm-hmm. There is something that will work for her. So the Women's Shooting Academy offers a variety of courses all designed around a handgun. Mm-hmm. We also offer shotgun training and rifle training. And so we start from the very beginner level, a basic pistol class. Mm-hmm. Women show up, they don't have to know anything. In fact, that's the class I believe you took, Jen.
I did.
And so we provide everything for that class, guns, targets, ammunition, everything. And so we take you on a journey. If you have a desire to get a concealed weapons permit, we'll get you a concealed weapons permit. You want to just come out and shoot once a month, join Team 10X. So it's a variety of gun classes. And then over on the Safety Academy side, it is everything non-gun. So it will be your Warrior Seminar, which is a 4-hour seminar. And Warrior stands for Women Against Rape, robbery, injustice, oppression, and rage. And it's a 4-hour seminar that just really focuses on what to do when you travel, what to do when you're in your car, what to do when you're home alone. It just tackles the everyday life of the everyday woman and the different scenarios we find ourselves in, and what could we do to minimize our chances of becoming a statistic. The home safety hour, or the corporate safety hour, has really taken off. It's free. It's 90 minutes with Vicki. I bring about 40 items. I demonstrate 40 items to the women, and you get to purchase them right there on the spot.
And you'll do this in a home or in a business?
I'll do this anywhere.
What a great idea.
It's a great idea. You know, I was laying in bed one night and I thought about a Tupperware party, and I thought, why can't we do it around safety items?
Yeah.
And it works. And we do them all the time. We do them in dentist's office. We do them in doctor's office. We do them in schools. And it's a lot of fun.
So now you've worked with some of the women here in town that have made headlines.
I have. And I'll tell you, that's the sad side of what I do, is picking up the pieces after she's been raped, picking up the pieces after she's been attacked. Yes, I do meet those women quite regularly, and I have a special connection with them.
I know how important it is now to be aware and to be prepared and to have a plan. A year ago, I never, ever thought something like this could happen to me in a public place, in the middle of the day, on a Monday afternoon, with people all around me. If I can make a difference and wake somebody up so that this doesn't happen to them, then it's worth it to me.
Women need to know to, as Vicki puts it, not live in white. Be aware of your surroundings, know who's around you, and take your personal safety seriously and take it into your own hands, and to not count on a third party being there for you.
If you could say one thing to the women watching right now, what would that be?
I would tell them to own their safety, to embrace it, and be 100% committed to be all in and to be responsible, and to get some training, and don't just think about your safety when it's convenient.
Congratulations on all of your success. And I did take the intro class. I loved it. I'm hooked. I've signed up for 2 additional classes. I definitely want to do the women's safety. And I've been telling all the women in my lives to please come and join me as well. So thank you for that.
I'm proud of you. Give me a high five.